Hey everyone, welcome to my channel where I actually explain movies to you and don't treat you like a dummy. So today I wanted to quickly analyze Nope and just add some clarity to whatever the f you and I just watched. So let's just throw on our jean jackets and get into it. Get it? Because Jean Jacket is the name of the alien UFO. They named it Jean Jacket. Oh, and before we begin though, I will say I apologized for not using the most ideal footage of the movie, but it's still in theaters and I keep getting kicked out every time I try to bring my video camera in there. Let's start with this guy, Ricky Jupe Park. We're gonna call him Jupe because I am so peanut butter and jealous of that name. He used to be a child star on the show Gordy's Home. But then one day a chimpanzee actor went Planet of the Apes and attacked 3 of his main co-stars, killing the 2 actors who played the parents and leaving the actor who played the sister severely injured, which surprisingly resulted in the cancellation of the show. Now after all these years, Jupe is running a small western theme park in California called Jupiter's Claim. But wait, no, hold on. Going back to the chimpanzee, why did the chimpanzee go apeshit on everyone? Well, loud noises. This film is primarily dealing with animals, and the one thing that can set an animal off is really loud sounds. The loud noise of the balloons popping on the studio lights is what caused the chimpanzee to go into rage mode and kill everyone. Loud noises would also provoke other animals in the film, like the horses or an alien UFO named Jean Jacket. Jean Jacket definitely came out of that cloud the night that Emerald, or M, was blasting music at the ranch. After the balloons stopped popping, the chimpanzee was returning to a less aggressive state. The chimpanzee then sees Jupe and then runs over to him and tries to give him the fist bump of all fist bumps, like an actual nice fist bump, less like I'm going to kill you, like he did with the other ones. Anyway, he tries to give Jupe the iconic fist bump, but then he ends up getting shot in the face, which is like the most relatable thing I've seen this week. Years after this incident, Jupe fondly looks at the memories of the show, going as far as having a private room dedicated to the Gordy's Home memorabilia. Ever since the cancellation of the show and the loss of his animal friend, Jupe has been trying to recreate that time of his life. Otis Jr, or OJ for short, had to sell 11 of his horses to Jupe in order to keep his dead father's ranch and business afloat. But what OJ didn't know is that Jupe was buying the horses so that he could sacrifice them to Jean Jacket during a show called the Lasso Experience. So each show consists of Jupe releasing the horse and then Jean Jacket coming over, sucking it up and essentially feeding on the horse. So when OJ reminds Jupe that he's trying to buy back the horses, you can visibly see the expression on Jupe's face going like, you are not getting those horses back. In a way, Jupe is reliving that dynamic that he had with the chimpanzee back in the day, using another animal to create a spectacle for an audience, and sympathizing with another murderous, unpredictable creature. Classic. During the beginning of the film, we're listening to a news broadcast where they're announcing that hikers went missing somewhere out there in the desert, implying that Jean Jacket was consuming people before Jupe consistently fed it horses. So the non-organic possessions belonging to the missing hikers is what most likely killed Otis at the beginning of the film. Jupe feeding Jean Jacket the horses wasn't enough to satisfy the alien, which is why it started pursuing the horses at OJ's ranch. But this would lead to the UFO's downfall, because M had the idea of stealing a fake horse and then using it as bait to capture the UFO on camera. But Jean Jacket was a big old dum-dum, and he took the bait, but was unable to consume it because due to the fact that it was a fake horse. This angered the UFO, which is why it showed up to Jupe's show early and then consumed everyone at the park. Then it held on to the fake horse until it could launch it at OJ's car and then dump the remains of all the park goers on OJ's house, really just establishing its dominance and getting revenge for misleading it. Every time OJ and M set out to capture the UFO on video, they fail, because every time the alien comes on by, it shuts off all the phones, car engines, or just anything that runs on electricity, explaining why no one who attended the Lasso Experience was able to bring home a video of a freaking UFO. The only way you could show any evidence of such events would be using more antiquated methods of recording images, which no one really has anymore. So the only way people could find out about the show would be word of mouth. But I mean, who would believe anyone who said that they saw a real UFO that comes by routinely for this one small town show at a theme park? The absurdness of it all also kind of explains why the show has such low attendance. The entire time I was watching Nope, I was suspecting that the message of the film was going to be something like a Quentin Tarantino interview.
Filming something on film that you're recording movement. You're not recording movement. You are just taking a series of still pictures. They are still pictures, but when shown at 24 frames a second through a light bulb, it creates the illusion of movement.
I'm only making this comparison because director Jordan Peele chose to shoot Nope on IMAX cameras, specifically using Kodak 65mm film, and the characters within his story have to resort to old antiquated methods of filming to capture footage of this alien, like using specially designed hand-cranked IMAX cameras, or just a specially designed hand-cranked photography camera. You know, the same kind of technology that went into making the horse in motion. Oh yeah! I almost forgot. Horse in motion. At the beginning of the film, we learned that M and OJ's relative was riding the horse in the first motion picture titled The Horse in Motion. It was created using individual cabinet cards, also known as old-timey photographs, and piecing them together to depict the movement of a horse. The film The Horse in Motion was a breakthrough in science, as it allowed researchers to better analyze the different stages of animal locomotion, which is actually really fitting as we spend most of Nope trying to figure out how this animal moves and operates. Okay, I've heard some people so far expressing some frustrations towards the fact that the alien monster won't kill a character if the character's not looking at it, saying that it doesn't really make sense. And if you're thinking those same thoughts, then hopefully I can change your mind with what I'm about to say. For example, the behavioral traits of Jean Jacket were inspired by horses. It's hard for a horse to determine whether or not a human is friendly or hostile when the human's looking away from it. However, a horse can view you as a predator if you're looking directly at it and making eye contact. Jean Jacket only abducts you if you're looking at it, as it's trying to assert its dominance. But if you avoid eye contact with the alien, it doesn't see you as a threat. And of course, the more that we know about that sweet subtext, the more everything starts to make sense. First of all, when we first meet Em, she's a self-promoting cringe fest who just wants to be famous. Like seriously, that opening monologue of hers gave me like war flashbacks to my time in LA working in the film industry. So if that's not good acting, I don't know what is. Later on, after discovering the alien, Em and OJ spend the rest of the film trying to get that Oprah shot, capturing Jean Jacket on video to make them famous and rich. Em's father, Otis, promised her that he would teach her how to train her own horse. However, he broke that promise by not teaching her how to train her own horse. We listen to Em reflect on how she used to look down at her father and OJ training the horses, and that Otis never looked up at her. Otis's treatment of his daughter may explain Em's need for fame and attention in her adult life. Jupe, being brought up as a child actor, definitely explains his need for fame after all these years. They are wanting to be seen, and they are wanting to be on that silver screen. Jupe claims that people on the internet wanted to watch footage of the chimpanzee attacking the cast of Gordy's home, because they loved the spectacle. And that's what this film is primarily focusing on, the sacrifice that goes into the spectacle. The film literally opens with a quote from Nahum chapter 3 verse 6 in the Bible. "I will pelt you with filth and treat you with contempt. I will make a spectacle of you." At the end of the film, Jean Jacket reveals its true form, which is something hauntingly beautiful. I guess you could call it a big ol' spectacle. When looking at the runtime of the film, about 1 hour before this reveal, Jupe tells his audience that in 1 hour, you will see a spectacle. During the night before the final encounter with the alien, Holst starts singing the song The Purple People Eater, and in the lyrics of the song, they refer to the flying purple people eater as "what a sight to see." Jean Jacket takes on this form of a big spectacle because it makes it harder for people to look away from it. The face of Jean Jacket resembles the sensor of a camera, as well as something like the camera responsible for the film The Horse in Motion. My interpretation is that Jean Jacket is representative of the film camera and the viewer, also known as you, me, and everyone else who was watching the movie. We see Jean Jacket, aka the camera, consume people like a former child star who's trying to regain his fame. Holst sacrifices himself to film the spectacle and get the Oprah shot, and the TMZ guy told OJ to record him as he's getting consumed by the spectacle. Earlier in the film, Holst tells Em, "This dream you're chasing, where you end up on top of the mountain, is the one you never wake up from." For me, that quote definitely solidified the fact that Nope is a horror movie about the film industry. I feel like it really emphasizes the point that the viewer just keeps consuming and is never satisfied as people willingly sacrifice everything for the spectacle. We start this film with a shot from the alien's perspective looking at a projection of the horse in motion, telling us that this consumption has been happening from the moment the first cinematic spectacle was created and will continue happening forever. I thought it was really interesting how OJ was wearing this orange sweater in the final act of the film. You know, during the scene where he's sacrificing himself for the spectacle, kind of like how OJ's horse at the beginning, the one that had orange tape on it, ended up getting sacrificed to the spectacle. And then during the ending credits, instead of seeing something more like a traditional black background, it's orange, further emphasizing the point that all these names that you're seeing are people in the film industry sacrificing themselves for the spectacle. In that ending sequence, when they're trying to capture the UFO on film, OJ is wearing that orange and M is wearing green, like the color of the green screen and the orange tape that we see at the beginning of the film. The color of two things that are essential to creating the spectacle, but you'll never see them, because that's what goes into creating the spectacle. Going back to the whole Otis not fulfilling his promise of letting M train that horse, so that horse was named Jean Jacket, you know, the same name that they ended up calling the alien. When OJ does the eye thing to M, it's kind of him passing on the torch and giving M the opportunity that her father never gave her, because up until that point in the film, OJ had been the one luring Jean Jacket out like a horse, as it's something OJ's capable of doing because he's properly trained to tame animals. So at the end, when M brings Jean Jacket to Jupiter's claim, in a sense, it's her second chance to train Jean Jacket, something that ends up being successful as she does defeat it. So that's everything I had to say about Nope. I would love to talk about this film further when it comes out on like streaming and Blu-ray, just because I can really analyze the film better when I'm not just like taking notes in a theater. So if you guys want to see like a follow-up video to this in the future, like let me know, because I'll make it. Anyway, thanks for watching.